Hello everyone, we're so glad to have you here for another expert session from Stu Kent. Today, we've got resume master Marc LeFevre, CEO and founder of Promoted. Marc has over 10 years of people management experience and has spent 9 years on both sides of the interviewing table. His real-life experience and practical career knowledge are extensive. He holds a master's degree in business administration and a bachelor's degree in organizational communication. Marc has spent time in aerospace manufacturing as an operations manager, in technology as a sales leader, and in transportation as a human resources director. He owned his own exclusive career consulting practice for 5 years before creating Promoted. Without further ado, I'll pass the time over to Marc.
I want to talk about LinkedIn. I'm going to actually share my screen here in a second, and we're going to go to LinkedIn. But I want to talk about the purpose of LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to share. I'm going to share my LinkedIn profile with all of you. I hope you're excited. All right. So the purpose of LinkedIn. When LinkedIn first started in 2007, 2008, LinkedIn was all about networking, right? It was all about, can I connect with a human, and is that human going to help me in some way, or can I help that human? The answer to that, and that's great. That functionality is still really important on LinkedIn. That is still a really big piece of what LinkedIn does. But the overwhelming majority of traffic on LinkedIn in today's world is actually recruiters and hiring managers that are looking to hire and find candidates on LinkedIn. So we are treating your LinkedIn profile just like you would a website. And we are doing search engine optimization on your profile to get people to find you when they search. So that's really the idea here. So now, if you're not familiar with SEO, what that really means is we are choosing and selecting keywords and key phrases that someone would search and putting them on your profile. So you're going to notice a couple of things on mine. Now, mine is going to be a little bit different than yours because I sell a service. You guys might be looking for a job, so it might be a little bit different. But I want you to pay attention to what I have here on my this header here. I'm putting career consulting, resume writing, and effective resume and LinkedIn profiles. I selected those because people go onto LinkedIn and they actually search those terms, and my profile shows up. So if you are, let's say you are going into business like digital marketing, let's say that's what you're going to be doing. You want to put titles and skill sets that you have on your headline that somebody would search. So let's say you're really good at social media marketing. I would put social media marketer on my headline. Let's say you're really good at whatever. Just put those on your profile right here so that they can be found. Okay, so that's one important thing with LinkedIn. There's a couple other features. After you've completed your resume, this is why it's so important to do your resume. After you've completed your resume, transfer that information over to your profile. So what I've done here, everybody has an about section. And by the way, if you're not sure how to, if your resume doesn't have those sections on there, click right here, add profile section, and you can add all of these sections. So add an about section. What I've done here, this is for sales, okay? But what you could do is take the summary that you wrote on your resume and drop all of your skill sets right here. You want that verbiage on your profile so that when a recruiter or a hiring manager goes into their tools and they search a specific skill set, we want that skill set to be found on your about section, okay? Then if we come down, update your experience. You can use your bullet points right from your resume. You can drop them right into the description of all of your experience. So you're going to see that on mine. Make sure that your education is articulated clearly. Any certifications that you have, which is really great. And then there's this skill set section. Everybody's got the ability to put in, you can put up to like 50 skill sets. I'm going to open this up just to show you what it's going to look like. So you can articulate all of these skill sets on here, and you're going to notice that there's a little number next to all of those. That's people endorsing me and saying, like, look at this. 99 plus people think I'm a great leader and a good trainer and a good speaker, right? So that's really great. Now, The endorsements are not as important. They don't carry as much weight as simply having the verbiage on your profile. So don't worry about getting a bunch of endorsements. Just put as many skill sets as you can that are relevant to what you want to do. And to do that, you literally just click this plus button. Those pop up, you type them in, add them to your profile. It's super straightforward. Okay, now I want to talk about one other thing, actually three other things about LinkedIn. This one is going to blow your mind. So no matter what, if you have the LinkedIn Premium or if you just have the free version, everybody has this feature, and it's called Open To. Okay, so if you click Open To, it's going to show a couple of things: finding a new job or hiring. And I'm also providing a service. So you'll probably see three options here. If you're looking for a job, click Finding a New Job. Look at this. This is so amazing. Okay, what this is doing is LinkedIn is telling you, tell us what you're open to, and we will send your information to recruiters that are looking to hire you, okay? So you can put up to 5 job titles that you might have interest in. So let's just say I'm a supply chain person, and I'm going to put supply chain specialist. You know, I'm going to get really specific with 5 job titles that I have interest in. I'm going to tell them what I'm interested in here. I want to work on site, or I want to work remotely. The location in which I'm interested in. So let's say you live in Boise, and instead of just saying Boise, I would say the Boise metro area. Kind of open that up a little bit. Then you can tell them if you're looking immediately, if you're flexible, if you're looking for an internship or full-time, and then you add this to your profile. Oh, by the way, one other thing right here, choose who sees you're open. You can select all of your LinkedIn connections to see it. It puts a little green banner on your profile that says open to work. I think that's really tacky. I don't think anybody ever got a job because they had a little green banner on their profile. So I tell all of my clients, just do recruiters only. Add that to your profile. And oops, got to disregard this. There we go. So your box will turn gray. So I'm providing services. So my box is gray there. If I wanted to show recruiters that I'm open to work, I could also do that there. Okay, that is a huge, amazing feature on LinkedIn. And by the way, you guys should all add me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to talk about that. When it comes to connections, the launching point on LinkedIn is actually about 500 connections. LinkedIn is incentivized to incentivize you to have more connections. So the more connections you have, the more dynamic your profile is, the more easily it's shared and promoted. And so get as many connections as you can. And if you're worried about getting those connections, just come up here to my network. And here's a handful of people already reaching out. But what LinkedIn's going to do is it's going to look at my current connections, like I did BYU Idaho for my undergrad, and it's going to suggest people to me that it thinks I might know. So like I happen to know Rachel Eubanks, so I'm going to connect with Rachel. And literally I'm just going to hit connect. And sometimes it'll ask you if you want to send a personal message. You're welcome to do that. But just start connecting with as many people as you can. The more connections you have, the better. Okay? Now, I saved the best for last, guys. It is my opinion, and I'm very confident in this opinion, that the job search functionality on LinkedIn is better than any tool that exists in the market today. I believe it is better than ZipRecruiter, better than Indeed, better than Google Jobs, better than all of them. It is absolutely incredible. If you have not jumped into it and kicked around, you should do it. So all you have to do is come up here to the jobs, come up here to this little briefcase, and look how easy this is, okay? So you can search by skill or job title and then location. So I'm going to just pick something. I'm just going to say supply chain management. And I'm getting a little stuffed up here. I've got some allergies, so sorry if my voice sounds a little funky. Supply chain management, and I want to look in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Okay, look at this. 8,000 results. Okay, so you can just start browsing through all of these jobs, and you can see the job description super easily over here. And what's really cool, there's a couple things. It'll tell you if you have connections that work for that company, right? It'll tell you like 20 of my connections work for Intel. So if I want to go work for Intel, I can do that. Here's another interesting thing. So UP Pro, it says they're actively recruiting, which is really good. So maybe on this one, let's say I click this one, I want to take a good look. If they're actively recruiting, I want to take a good look at this job description. And if I don't have some of this verbiage on my profile, I want to adjust my profile and put it in there. And then see this easy apply button? Literally, I just click easy apply and it sends them my profile and I don't have to send them my resume. So cool.